This is part 2 of the wrap-up on week 12 in the Premier League. Turf Moor, with Swansea desperately looking to find some form, and Burnley just wanting more of the same, the winning habit. Burnley were quickly in their stride, and on 29 minutes, Cork arrived in the box and converted a header that left Fabianski with no chance. Barnes doubled the lead on 40 minutes after Swansea gave the ball away near halfway. And that was it, an easy 2-0 win for Burnley. And they're 7th on 22 points, level with Liverpool and Arsenal. Everton went to Palace, still with no signing on the managerial front. Roy Hodgson has made an impact, but Palace are still rooted to the bottom. Palace started fast and were one up within minutes when England's Loftus-Cheek set up MacArthur. But Everton's response was swift, Baines converting a penalty. It looked like a dive by Niasse. Things calmed down after that, and it wasn't until the 35th minute before Palace restored their lead when Saha connected with a Ward cross. As the first half was about to end, Palace's Dan made a real howler and Niasse slotted in an equaliser. It was an even second half, but no further goals, and to be honest, they both look like two struggling teams who will stay that way. Only one game on Sunday, and David Moyes starting his West Ham career. That's the only change because the Hammers were lacking in any creativity, and with Carroll deciding to muscle his way to the ball, Watford's defenders had to be wary of the elbow to the face routine. Watford, having a great season under Marco Silva, were too good, and Richarlison have a class act. Hughes opened the scoring after a defensive calamity, and although West Ham worked Gomez in the second half, Richarlison got the Hornets second. Moyes tried to paint a positive picture in the interview, but at this rate, West Ham will be enjoying Championship football next season. Now, if you think I've forgotten one game, you're right. So let's review the clash between Man U and Newcastle, the late game on Saturday. Benitez's men started well, organised at the back, and Gale looking a threat with Shelvey's accuracy on the ball. And it was Gale who opened the scoring, hitting a sweet curling shot from a cross with United's defence in disarray. Bale and Jones both missing, with Smalling and Lindelof in as replacements. United's response was laboured, and it took a piece of magic from Pogba, returning after that long break from injury. He toyed with the defence on the right, created a yard of space, and then a pinpoint cross found an agile Martial, who planted the header in the low left-hand corner. That was 37 minutes, 1-1. Into first half injury time, and all Newcastle's promise evaporated as United took command, with Smalling at the far post heading in a Young cross for 2-1. Young again impressive throughout the game. Well, the second half saw United take charge. Pogba started running the show. He joined the goal sheet after a swift move down the right, crossed to Rashford, who delightfully cushioned a header for Pogba to poke the ball home. The Old Trafford faithful were now waiting for the return of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, but not before Lukaku bulldozed himself through an inept Newcastle tackle and hit the roof of the net with venom, ending his United drought. Zlatan appeared for 10 minutes, nearly scored with an acrobatic volley, and that was that, a comfortable 4-1 win. So to the Monday night match, with Stoke arriving at the Amex. Brighton have been on a good run lately, so what happened? Well, it was an open game. Lots of chances at both ends. Mena went close for Brighton, curling a shot wide on 17 minutes. But Choupo-Moting went one better, slotting in the first goal on 28 minutes after Shakira chipped the ball over the top of Brighton's defence and Moting took advantage of defensive hesitancy. Brighton weren't behind for long, snatching an equaliser on 43 minutes through Grob, whose shot went through Butland's legs. As we approached the break, a corner from Fletcher was headed back by Shawcross, and Zuma was there to stab it in from a header inside the 6-yard box, courtesy of a hesitant Brighton defence. So, after the break, Brighton pressed for the equaliser. And what a defensive mix-up it was. Mena again being the benefactor. So it finished 2-2. And that's week 12 complete. City remain on top with United and Chelsea chasing behind. Goal of the week, that wicked strike from De Bruyne for City's second. Okay, see you next week.